On Monday, 17th May, the Indian Council of Medical Research, or the ICMR, finally dropped the use of convalescent plasma therapy for COVID-19 treatment from the official guidelines. This came quickly on the heels of a strongly worded letter by top Indian scientists calling out the government for their irrational and unscientific use of plasma therapy.
First of all, it is not really evidence informed, and as modern medicine doctors, I think we distinguish ourselves from a lot of other alternative and complementary medicine in the form of using research evidence to guide our clinical decision making. Saying that research evidence is not the only thing that guides our clinical decision making. Evidence informed medicine means taking into account what skills and preferences the doctor has, as well as the values and preferences of the patient and their family.
The ICMR Classic trial was the world's first randomized control trial that found that plasma therapy is ineffective in combating severe COVID or reducing mortality. So then why did it take them over a year to discontinue it from official guidelines? After so many lakhs of patients have been treated by something that we knew was ineffectual. So while the ICMR's recent decision is welcome, there's still a lot of confusion as to why hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin still find a place in them, despite their own data saying there's a low certainty of evidence. These guidelines then pressure doctors into prescribing medicines that they know won't work, and send relatives in a tizzy spending excessive amounts of money trying to procure the last stocks of the drugs.
Recommendation like this is made without discussions on the outcomes or all these other things. What happens is like individual doctor would always think that okay, if my patient is deteriorating, I will try to do my best for him. Similarly, for the family, they would think like okay, if my patient is deteriorating, it's my loved one, I will try to do my best. So, but these decisions and factors of what is the evidence behind and the evidence to decision framework, into which context this evidence is being implemented, these need to be considered in the guidelines. So I think that is very, very valuable, and this runs across all the therapies, not just convalescent plasma.
But plasma is only one of the problematic areas in the guidelines. Let's examine the other two. So what is it? Essentially, it's a deworming drug for horses and humans. In humans, it's used to treat certain intestinal and topical parasitic worms and skin infections. In March 2021, the WHO, which had previously said that the current evidence to use ivermectin to treat COVID-19 patients is inconclusive, recommended that the drugs not be used outside of clinical trials. Currently, all major health authorities in the world, including the US's FDA and Europe's EMA, have discouraged the use of ivermectin to treat COVID-19. Leading regulators even feel that the drug has the potential to do more harm than good, just like hydroxychloroquine. Hydroxychloroquine, or HCQ, has a colorful history in the pandemic. Let's trace it. So it started out as then US President Donald Trump's favorite drug. He even threatened retaliation if India didn't share HCQ with America. Of course, this threat was unnecessary because not only was India willing to share, but there was evidence that the drug was ineffective in battling COVID-19. On 22nd March 2020, the ICMR approved the use of HCQ as a prophylactic for healthcare workers or those who were high risk of COVID-19. A month later, though, then ICMR head of epidemiology, Dr. Raman Ganga-Khedkar, said that there was an observational study that looked at the effects of HCQ on healthcare workers and found side effects like abdominal pain. The hype around the miracle cure died pretty quickly. In July 2020, the FDA advised against the use of HCQ for COVID-19, citing two reasons. One, it didn't work, and two, it could even lead to serious health problems like blood disorders, kidney injuries, liver problems, and even abnormal heart rhythms. Then, a study in the New England Journal of Medicine backed the findings that HCQ did not improve the condition of even mild to moderate patients. But despite all this, the ICMR still recommends it for mild patients. It's not just the ICMR, India's health ministry is also advising HCQ as a prophylactic still. So the question becomes, in the middle of a devastating second wave and given all this data, why are our official guidelines still insisting on outdated methods?